bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. Azerbaijan stops its military operation in Nagorno-Karabakh following a ceasefire agreement with Armenian separatists. The deal, brokered by Azerbaijan and Russia, involved the disarmament of separatist forces and discussions about the future of the ethnic Armenian population. In a televised speech, Azerbaijan President Ilham Aliyev declared that his forces had restored sovereignty over the region within 24 hours. Aliyev also extended an olive branch to the ethnic Armenians who were not separatists, saying that they are welcome in Azerbaijan. Meanwhile, in Yerevan, thousands of Armenians protested against the government's alleged failure to support Karabakh separatists.
Karabağda yaşayan Erməni əhalisi bizim vətəndaşlarımızdır. Sadəcə olaraq Erməni millətçiləri, müharibə cinayətkarları, Ermənistanın və Qarabağın dırnaqarası rəhbərləri o insanları girov götürmüşdü. Onların beyinlərini zəhərləmişdi. Bütün haqsızlıqlara baxmayaraq, bütün kriminal Ermənistan rejimi tərəfindən törədilmiş cinayətlərə baxmayaraq, biz erməni xalqını bu cinayətlərdə heç vaxt günahlandırmamışıq.
Israel closes crossing points with Gaza, preventing workers from getting to their jobs. The move stops more than 18,000 Palestinians from crossing for work in Israel and the West Bank, depriving the blockaded territory's ailing economy of around $2 million a day, according to local economists. This comes after days of border demonstrations that saw Israeli forces open fire and kill protesters. An Israeli Defense Ministry agency said the crossing will be reopened in accordance with situational assessments. India urges its citizens in Canada to exercise caution as ties between the two countries deteriorate. This comes after Canadian officials allege that Indian authorities are involved in the murder of a Sikh leader last June. Both nations have since expelled the other's diplomats. In a statement, India's foreign ministry warned Indian nationals in Canada to exercise utmost caution in view of alleged growing anti-India activities and politically condoned hate crimes. Hours after this announcement, Canada's Public Safety Ministry told reporters that their country is safe. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. Western countries and Russia trade accusations at the United Nations Security Council regarding the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Russian President Vladimir Putin was betting that if Ukraine suffered enough, the world would eventually set its principles aside. On the other hand, Russian Foreign Ministry Sergei Lavrov accused the West of arbitrarily assuming the role as arbiter. In line with this, Lavrov said the West was acting, quote, in accordance with its selfish geopolitical needs.
President Putin is betting that if he keeps doubling down on the violence, that if he's willing to inflict enough suffering on enough people, the world will cave on its principles and Ukraine will stop defending itself. But Ukrainians are not giving up, for they've seen what life would look like if they submit to Russian control.
Буреваемый комплексом исключительности стал все чаще и шире игнорировать наследие отцов-основателей. Сегодня Запад обращается к уставным нормам и принципам выборочно, от случая к случаю, исключительно сообразно своим корыстным.
Russian President Vladimir Putin formally accepts an invitation to visit China in October. The Secretary of Russia's Security Council and a close ally of Putin said the Russian leader would meet Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing next month. It would be Putin's first known trip abroad since the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant against him over the deportation of children from Ukraine. China earlier said 90 countries have confirmed attendance for its Belt and Road Initiative conference in October. World War I remembrance sites have been declared UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These include war cemeteries in Belgium and France, the hills of Rwanda's 1994 genocide, and a former torture center in Argentina. UNESCO said its member states agreed that these sites can play a key role in peace building, which is UNESCO's primary purpose. Those declared as World Heritage Sites gets funding and international protection in times of war under the Geneva Convention. And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.